got me lazy right now, yeah. Can't do Percocets on my lip. I'm turning one, trying to live it up here, right. Baby, you can, right it, yeah.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Noadi Bosna binti alias Segamat Plastic Industry SPI is a company that provides finished product or goods of plastic. Their product includes flexible intermediate bulk containers and cargo sling. SPI dedicated to give a high quality product to their customers with competitive pricing and greatest service as they can. This company is located near Jalan Cheng Koi area in Segamat, Johor. As a company that do plastic production, there must be some risk faced or will occur during the progress of activities against the environment and surrounding, especially their workers. I'm gonna start with the first risk, which is flood disaster. Segamat was the first district in Johor hit by floods at the beginning of this year, causing thousands to seek shelter at temporary relief centre. This flood has been affected many factories, including Segamat Plastic Industry. The consequences of a flood will affect all aspects, especially for SPI. One of the main causes is heavy rainfall. Locally, heavy rainfall on impermeable or already saturated surfaces can generate surface water runoff beyond the capacity of drainage network. Surface water cannot stand enter the sewerage system and the drainage network overflows, resulting in overland flow. It will delay all the operation in the Segamat Plastic Industry Sdn Bhd. Next is dam collapse. When a dam fails, the huge amount of water impounded upstream is released downstream as a catastrophic flood that threats worker life during working. This leading to the fact that causing by the cause of flood that can delay all the activities in the factory. One of it is damage of the property, including the building, machinery and others that can affect all the operation in Segamat Plastic Industry Sdn Bhd. Next is loss of human life by flood disease. Last but not least is livestock loss for all workers.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Ada Suraya. So next, the risk that might happen in Segamat Plastic Industry is a fire incident that can occur anywhere around us. Many factors can occur and lead to the occurrence of fire incidents in the factory, and one of the causes is the extreme use of the machine. Any mechanical equipment can be a fire hazard due to the friction between moving parts. This risk can be reduced only by following the procedure with good cleaning and maintenance procedures. Not only that, a fire incident can happen because of a short circuit. It is an abnormal connection between two nodes of an electric circuit intended to be at different voltage. An electrical short circuit causes current overload and will cause high heat that will increase the temperature of surrounding materials until the temperature reach a point where objects catch fire. Poor fire training also can lead to fire incident because employees that work at the factory have no skills to save themselves from the fire area or how to control the situation if this accident happens. Every cause has its effects. So one of the effects of all they might cause happen is the company will have to spend a lot of money and suffer losses after a fire incident, and this lead to an increase in the cost of their company. Second, when the company faces a fire incident, it has a problem in stock production where they have to stop production due to the fire incidents. Lastly, the effect that always happens in every fire incident, no matter where it happens, is loss of life. Loss of life will usually happen if a fire incident occurs somewhere, and this is something that every company wants to avoid happening.
My name is Nurul Anshafika binti Yusof, and I will explain a little about a risk that possibly happen at the Segamat Plastic Industry Sdn Bhd, which is equipment breakdown risk. So after I'm doing mini research based on this website, I have analyzed the data from recent year indicate that 25 to 30% of manufacturing industry fatalities in Great Britain were related to maintenance activity. So there are several causes from this risk can possibly happen for this business, which is overworking of the machine use, also poor in maintenance and untrained operators or workers. So all of the risks can delay the progress of the activity and may affect several things that bring loss to the business. The impact of this can lead to a lot of money loss due to being used on damage. It may also experience delays in the production system and lead to not achieve the production target, also the goal of the business. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
For my part, I will be presenting about worker injury risk. Work injury means any injury or occupational illness suffered by a person which arises out of or in the course of employment. According to Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, the highest number of 2021 occupation injuries was recorded in manufacturing sector at 7,994 cases, followed by services, construction and wholesale and retail trade. Before we move on to the causes of risk, I would like to share an article regarding worker injury that happened in Segamat, Johor. In this article, a factory worker was killed after being trapped in a fryer conveyor chain belt at an oil palm processing factory in Jalan Genuang, Segamat. A spokesman for the Bandar Baru Fire Station said they received an emergency call about 3:18 p.m. Upon arriving to the scene, it was found that the victim's body was trapped in the machine change. This article is an example of worker injury that happened in Malaysia. Now, I would like to show some of the causes of worker injury. The first one is caused by lack of machinery and equipment maintenance. Lack of machinery and equipment maintenance can lead to any worker to be struck by machinery due to machinery failure. Second, building structure failure. Building structure failure is one of the factor workers face fatal injury due to poor building structure that may lead to collapse. The third one is slip, trip, or fall. A worker may have an injury after getting slip and trip when they are working at slippery area in the building. The effect from the causes are the company may facing several weeks of productive hours due to the injured worker may need long period recovery. Other than that, the company also will be facing reduction of sale because of a decreasing in production due to lack of workers. Lastly, a company may lose their employee if after the accident, the worker may become disabled and will not be able to work again.
I'm Hafizudin, so I found another one risk that potentially happen to the human, which is the risk of health hazard. Technically, we know that plastic is not good material for the ecosystem, also the human. According to my research on following link, we can understand that there is one material that the manufacturer of plastic industry needs to concern most, which is in the plastic there is a material called styrene. In order to make a plastic product, the worker must deal with this chemical that exists in the air. This can be potentially exposing the worker and environment to pollution and illness that come from this material, and it can be worse. The three main causes if this happens: first is careless behavior of manufacturer, second is material consumption exceed the limits, and the third is non-quality monitoring and no valid certificate of the operation. And every cause will have the effect, which are health disorder and disability towards the worker, and can impact air pollution for the environment, and will lose massive cost for health insurance claim for or compound. So undertaking to curb this situation from happening, it is necessary to avoid losses of everything, especially human life and the environment. So I pass to the next presenter.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Aina Nasri. For the last risks that I got is economic risks in plastic industrial, decrease in market share because new competitors or product into the market. And for the causes, I get three causes. First is cause in the use of materials, and the second is equipment disorder, and the third is the scene in production is unclear. And the effect that I got for economic risks is, and the first is the raw material extraction and provision of material feedstocks, and the second is manufacturing intermediate and final plastic product, and the third last is refining raw inputs to produce feedstock for production of plastics.
Right